I've told you this thing. Is it because of Aswaju presidency? Is it what they're talking about?
Yes, it is important.
Why do you have to ask me that? Don't you know that
I said that you want to run against him, in fact.
So are you not aware that I will lead the campaign in Rivers State? Why you want me to say no? Are you not aware that he did not get up to 10% here, but you will win here? Are you not aware?
Okay.
So you don't be asking me question. You know. You know.
You are going to lead the campaign.
Of course.
Rivers. Okay.
Not normally seen, because our work is over there, watching over what you are doing. I can confirm once again that with this commissioning today, you have proven to us that whenever the National Assembly says we are doing well, we are always right. In you, Mr. President, we have a president who has both sight and vision. And this, for me, is something I must advise our governors, particularly those of them who are on their second terms. Do not give power to anybody who is not looking for power. Don't give power to anybody who is not prepared.
Yes, I can tell you the position. It's going to happen. We have virtually 2 years or slightly less for the election. The regime panicked. That's why it went into election mode 2 years ahead of time. I predicted here in this studio, it will govern for less than 2 years, and it has happened. So the defections, the endorsement, the re-endorsement, the recalibrations will continue in perpetuity until the election season is upon us. Those who start against them are massive, are many. If you see the fragmentation in the political system and the political order, it will be reconstituted somewhere down the line. PDP, of course, is having a valiant fight for its life. Nobody thought PDP was going to ever hold a National Executive Committee meeting. That held successfully with a robust communicator. People never expected to come from the party. So if that takes place, the party convention, take away the shackles of those whistlings within the party ranks and rebrands it as a formidable opposition force. And the rest of other people in Labour Party, with P2B, in NNPP, Kwankwaso, in Erufai, and the rest of them, these are incredibly formidable forces. What together they will coalesce.
I'm saying things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, things are getting better. For Nigeria. For Nigeria is on the way. Progressive government. Things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
Power, panic, political survival. In Nigeria, the road to the presidency is never quiet, even years away from the next election. But something strange is happening. President Bola Tinubu and his ruling APC party are moving fast. For some Nigerians, too fast. From early endorsements by monarchs and politicians to massive infrastructural rollouts to whispers of 2027 ambition at every corner. Some say it is just smart politics, but others say it is fear, deep fear. So, is Tinubu afraid of losing the 2027 election? Or is the APC simply outplaying everyone else? Again, if you're set, let's find out in this video. To understand 2027, we must go back to 2023, the election that changed everything. Tinubu, the master political strategist, emerged victorious in a tightly contested three-way race against Atiku Abubakar and P2B. But here's the truth. It was a narrow win. Tinubu got just over 8.7 million votes, the lowest winning margin since 1999. He lost in Lagos. He lost in the Southeast and South-South. He only won because the opposition was fragmented. Labour Party and PDP split votes. Even then, the victory was followed by months of protests, court battles, and fierce resistance from opposition groups, especially the Obedience. So yes, Tinubu is president today. But the question is Tinubu's mandate strong or fragile? Political insiders say that insecurity is driving today's hyperactivity from Aso Rock. But Tinubu knows he may have won the battle, but 2027 could be war.
I say thank you for the motivation, encouragement to say let's go home, go and contest, run for governorship, do your job, and the encouragement that you've given me, the mentorship, is work. I am very proud of our association with you. The democracy is here, but we hold it dearly, preciously, for what you have done. You meant a lot to the entire Africa and the literary world. Thank you for who you are. I know at this stage the expectation is still very high, and our Nigerian people are still going through difficult times. I take this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians that the hope is here and is realizable. That the benefit will be you'll be part of the benefit. The economy is recovering. There's light at the end of the tunnel now. Inflation is stepping down. The exchange rate is stabilized. The corruption and the exchange rate is eliminated. The corruption in fuel subsidy is limited to BRS minimum. It is your money. It is your opportunity. It is your children that must go to school, must go through the higher education. We are paying for all of that. Look at renewable infrastructure going on in various teaching hospitals and several thousands of health centers. It's all about you.
Across the country, the signs of early campaigns are everywhere. In the north, Tinubu's foot soldiers are hosting youth summits, thank you rallies, and regional endorsements events, all branded with 2027 on the tune. In the southwest, endorsements are rolling in from traditional rulers, some even calling for an automatic second term. Billboards praising the renewed hope agenda, now doubled as the subtle campaign materials. Why the urgency? Why now? Critics says it is fear that same opposition forces that almost denied Tinubu the presidency are regrouping. Fear that the hardship Nigerians are facing, the subsidy removal, rising inflation, naira instability could fuel a rebellion in 2027. But Tinubu's loyalists say otherwise. They call it strategy. In their words, we are not waiting for the opposition to get their acts together. We are staying 10 steps ahead. And in fairness, they might be right. Because while Tinubu is securing endorsements, the opposition is eating itself alive.
Mr. President, congratulations very, very highly for a very successful 2 years in office. 2 years of great success for our nation, eventful 2 years, instructive 2 years, innovative 2 years, and I want to thank God for you. Everybody has noticed you are looking much younger than you were in 2 years, because your success at the pool, the miracles at the pool, is a testament of what you are doing for this country. Congratulations, Mr. President. Mr. President, it's not that you do not know the great work you are doing for our nation in the sector of roads and bridges. And I want to congratulate you. I've never seen a leader like you. I've never seen. You have encouraged us a lot, and we will stand with you. We will take bullets for you. It doesn't matter the attacks. My loyalty is first to God Almighty and to you, Mr. President. We will do more with you, sir. Mr. President, we thank you. We will support you. You have done exceedingly very well, especially in road infrastructure. Time will not allow me to tell you the great and mighty things you are doing, not because you do not know, but so that Nigerians will know that you're a great president, a divine president, a great thinker, the initiator and actualizer of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our great president.
Let's talk about the PDP. The once mighty party is bleeding internally and publicly. Atiku and Wike are still at war. The G5 are now divided. Sheyi Makinde is drifting from Wike while Otom is silent. Samuel Anyanwu is fighting the PDP leadership and while all this plays out, P2B and the Labour Party are struggling to maintain the 2023 momentum. Infighting, leadership battles, and court judgment have rocked Labour Party structure in several states. Meanwhile, Atiku is already talking about contesting again in 2027. But here's the catch. Neither the PDP nor Labour Party is united, and the APC knows this. So instead of waiting for a united threat, Tinubu's campaign is preemptively dominating the narrative. They are locking down regions, securing loyalties, rewarding influencers, and controlling the media wave. To the APC, the early campaign is not panic, it is positioning. Not everyone agrees though. Some APC insiders publicly admit that the real reason for this urgency is fear. Fear of united opposition tickets, fear of youth anger boiling over, fear of a protest vote too big to suppress. But beneath this chaos, there is a deeper fear in the APC camp. The fear that Atiku might finally set aside their rivalry. The fear that a grand opposition coalition bringing together the PDP, the Labour Party, NNPP, and civil society groups could emerge. Imagine this: Atiku's northern base, Obi's youth-driven support, and Kwankwaso's Kano machine combined. They could become an unstoppable political force, and APC knows that. That's why every internal crisis in the opposition is not just celebrated, it is quietly amplified. Because a fractured opposition is APC's greatest weapon, and a united front is their greatest fear.
Because the PDP governors, their preferred candidate for the next election is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC. Because of Southern solidarity. The bulk of the governors in the PDP are from the South. One of their own is in power. They can work against one of their own. It's not possible. In 2003, AD didn't feel the presidential candidate because of Obasanjo. That is the nature of Nigerian politics. When Adu also became president in 2007, a number of ANPP governors then moved into the PDP. So married the daughters. Two governors actually married his daughters to have a good footing in the PDP. It has always been like that. Now, talking about the coalition, it is still too early to predict what the outcome of that coalition will be. But I can give them some tips. Okay. You see, El-Rufai has a grouse against the president, a legitimate grouse, because he worked for the president. Hate him or love him, he has something, he has a basis to be angry. And he has been working assiduously to undermine the president, particularly in the Muslim North, where he's like the Khalifa to Buhari, he's like the brain box of the Muslim North. But let me give him a tip. If he really wants to see the back of the president, let me tell you for what he would do. And I think they may be on the path to really achieving that. Let El-Rufai convince the Muslim North. If he's able to do that, I know he can, he has the capacity, to look towards the South for a candidate to support, specifically the Southeast. Let me put it straight, the day El-Rufai decides and is able to galvanize the opinion molders in the North to zero down on a P2B, for instance, as the candidate, that will be the end of the Tinubu administration.
Let's break down the moves. 1. Federal appointments as political tools. From FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to Minister of Youth Jamilu Bao Ibrahim, Tinubu is using appointments to win loyalty and silence dissenting voices. Wike's role in the FCT isn't just administrative, it is strategic. He divides the PDP and keeps Rivers State within APC's influence. 2. Infrastructure project as campaign material. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is more than a road, it is a political momentum. Every kilometer built sends a message. Tinubu is working, APC delivers. 3. Student loan scheme and social programs. These policies target key voter groups, youth, small business owners, and vulnerable citizens. Tinubu is trying to repair trust with policy, not just politics. 4. Media domination. Influencers, skit makers, and mainstream media houses are being co-opted into the renewed hope chorus. Propaganda, soft PR, and narrative control are in full swing. This isn't panic. This is a chessboard, and Tinubu is placing his pieces very early in right places. But there is a lingering question. What about the North? In 2023, Tinubu won big in parts of the North thanks to APC's strong structures and Muslim ticket dynamics. But that loyalty may be fading. The economic pain has hit the North hard. Fuel price hikes, insecurity, and food inflation have created deeper discontent. And already, whispers are growing. Atiku is still loved in the North. Kwankwaso's NNPP is getting ground in Kano, Jigawa, and parts of Kaduna, and the Arewa Consultative Forum is beginning to question Tinubu's policies. So here is the fear. If the North abandons him in 2027 and the Southeast and the South-South remain hostile, Tinubu might be left with only the Southwest. That's not enough, which is why the North is now the center of Tinubu's early strategy, and including the South. Frequent visits, northern appointments, northern business palliatives. But if it loses the North, somehow the game is already over. Let's imagine the 2027 scenarios. Scenario 1. Atiku and Obi joins forces. Unlikely, but possible. If it happens, Tinubu will face a united, angry, and energized opposition. In private, APC insiders say this is what keeps the president's strategists up at night. Why? Because Atiku brings the North, Obi brings the Southeast and the youth vote. Add a wild card like Kwankwaso and El-Rufai, suddenly the map shifts. A coalition of this kind could recreate the energy of June 12th or 2015, every democratic wave. And unlike in 2023, Tinubu can't rally on a divided field. He needs a total dominance or total chaos, which explains the frantic pace of endorsement, the aggressive PR, the obsession with controlling every state. It is not just strategy, it is survival.
Mr. President, we are not normally seen because our work is over there, watching over what you are doing. I can confirm once again that with this commissioning today, you have proven to us that whenever the National Assembly says we are doing well, we are always right. So congratulations, Mr. President. I don't need to speak because they say action speaks louder than words. I'm saying things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne, things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, things are getting better for Nigeria. For Nigeria is on the way. Progressive government, things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
Scenario 2. PDP remains divided. Labour Party struggles. This favors Tinubu. Just like in 2023, a divided opposition means a clear path to victory. Scenario 3. A new coalition emerges. Youth, civil society groups, and angry voters from a third force. Tinubu could face a 1993-style offset. Which one will happen? No one knows. But APC isn't waiting to find out. They are building alliance now, rewarding loyalty now, controlling narratives now, because in politics, whoever controls the present can often dictate the future.
I met President Tinubu in Yola, and I told him I will not work and I will not vote for him. I did not vote for Tinubu. That is, I told him in advance. Why I'm saying this is because people in Rivers have been writing he didn't work for PDP, he didn't work for APC, he didn't support Tinubu. I told him in advance before the election, so it wasn't a matter of whether I did or not. I made him know that because I was convinced that there was an issue of capacity. You have raised issues here. Most of those who raise the issues of capacity, some of us who are here raising issues of capacity, are also those who vote on ethnic and religious basis, or who spoil innocent, uneducated people who are poor to voting for people for the reasons of religion and ethnicity. That's why we are here. And let me tell you, it's a conspiracy of the elites. Forget, when we sit here, we look at what is the best way to go to grab power. We don't care for you. No Nigerian leader cares for you. And the reason why no Nigerian leader cares for you is because you will do nothing. You protested. At the end of the protest, the president announced increase in price of fuel because he will do nothing.
So, is Tinubu afraid of losing in 2027? Maybe. Or maybe he is just doing what every smart politician does. Prepare early, strike first, dominate fast. Because Nigerian politics doesn't reward patience. It rewards strategy. It rewards control. And sometimes it rewards fear. But one thing is certain. While opposition parties fight among themselves, while voters struggle with hardship, Tinubu and APC are running the next campaign right now and quietly, boldly, and maybe effectively. So again, is this early campaign a sign of strength or a sign of fear? Fear that hardship could turn voters against the APC. Fear that P2B, Atiku, El-Rufai, Kwankwaso, and Rotimi Amechi, among others, may finally unite. Fear that the next election won't be a chess match but political tsunami. What do you think? Is Tinubu's early campaign a sign of insecurity or a political masterstroke? Can the opposition mount a credible challenge in 2027? And will Nigerians still believe in renewed hope by then? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. If this analysis gave you something to think about, hit the like button, subscribe, because in Nigerian politics, the race never ends. And neither should your curiosity. More stories coming soon on this channel. So stay sharp by hitting the notification bell.